Hey y'all, real quick, Divine One, let me explain this to y'all really quick. When it comes to someone obtaining the fruits of their labor, they have to still have what it takes inside of them to maintain what they obtained, right? Let me refer you to Matthew 7, verses 15 through 20. In fact, it says twice, but in different terms. You will know them by their fruits. False prophets come to you as ravenous wolves, dressed in sheep's clothing, and you will know them by their fruits. You're not going to get figs from thistles, and you're not going to get grapes from thorns, right? You will actually see the evidence there. And it's not about possessions and having something nice, having something expensive or high end or highly valuable. It is a partial of a sign. But what happens is where you can obtain it, but then you lose it because you don't have what it takes within you to maintain it because you never really had it in the beginning. And that's where the evidence of the fruit is. Whatever type of wisdom or manifestation that we have inside of our souls, it has no choice but to allow it to reflect in our lives. Time is only of the essence. That's why in Ecclesiastes 4, it says, "For it is better for a poor, young, and wise man than an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished." Because if I'm a poor and young wise man, I don't care how many people underestimates me. If I have it within me, okay? If I'm wise, I have it within me, right? My life can become a reflection of what I have within me. So even if I'm poor, it's only a matter of time before I'm no longer poor because I'm not poor in spirit. Does that make sense? And then an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished is a person that believes that age is a prerequisite to wisdom. A person that believes that their fruits is evidence of their goodness, when really it's just them being rich. You can get rich by being wicked. So riches is not a form of true fruits. Because then if you're no longer rich in the things of the natural, you no longer feel like you're rich in the spiritual. See, when you're wise, you have riches within. And then you can start to receive abundance and riches in the natural because it has to reflect your soul. But if you receive something in the natural like riches, then your soul will try to mirror what you received in the natural. But that means then your spirit will only be as abundant as what you get when it's the other way around. You should get things as a reflection of what you have within, right? And sometimes when a false prophet, I've seen this before, that's how I know I am a living witness. A false prophet is a person that will have a ministry over here. Okay, they have a ministry over here. And then they start to get that bag. When they get that bag, they start to live according to that bag. But then if they switch ministries, that bag shouldn't change, now would it? Yeah. If you change ministries, if you change career paths, your bag is not going to change. Your fruits will not change because you have the wisdom within. And your life is reflecting it no matter where you go, no matter where you take yourself. Because you're always going to take the Most High. You're always going to be listening to Him, always subjecting yourself, always presenting your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Him, which is our reasonable service. So then we can start to receive exceedingly and abundantly above all that we can ever ask or think, according to the power that works within us. That's why we have to have power in us so God can do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we already have for ourselves. You understand? But we can't do that if we're already looking for riches in the physical and expecting our spirits to match that. Now we become our riches instead of our riches becoming what we have already within us. Does that make sense? And so you can have a ministry, get that bag, and then go to another ministry and lose that bag because you never had the fruits. You see? And that's how you know. You're dealing with a ravenous wolf in sheep's clothing, and you're dealing with someone that really cannot maintain what they can obtain. That's how you know somebody's fruits. That's how you know the difference between them having figs and them having thistles. Thistles, all you got to do is shine the thistles. And people will forget that figs were supposed to grow. You can have thorns all you like and spray gold paint all over it. Oh, that's a pretty piece of thorn. But you forget grapes were supposed to be formed from it. And that's why you keep going back to what's glittery and glistening. Anything that's shiny. Just to realize you're still chasing after something you're never going to receive. Because there's really no any real fruits coming from it. That's all I wanted to be able to share with you. You will know them by their fruits. And if you do not know how to discern and understand these ravenous wolves dressed in sheep's clothing, how you're coming across a false prophet whose fruits is not bearing witness to their lifestyle. Just read James 1 through 8. James 1, 1 and 8. Okay? It says there, that any of you lacks wisdom, let them ask of God, and let them ask with unwavering faith. For if they don't, let them not suppose that they will receive anything from God, and then they will be unstable and double-minded in all of their ways. But nevertheless, I love every single one of you. I hope this helped some of you. Y'all be careful out there. Don't let these ravenous wolves allow you to be subjected to a false teaching. My name is MSAWAYKIN, and I love every single one of you. God bless you and God keep you.